lights and cameras and mirrors.
Oh, hello, it's your boy, Auteur Deluxe. Today, we're going to talk about Sundance 2021. It was virtual this year, thanks to COVID. It sounds weird saying that, but because of COVID, it was virtual, so I was able to get a day pass, and I saw about 9 or 10 films. Today, we are going to talk about Censor. This will be a spoiler-free review. Censor follows a 1980s film censor who edits and censors gore films, horror films in the 1980s. And things get weird and spooky stuff that's in the film starts happening in her real life. I won't go further than that. And I'll be honest, when I first saw this was the first thing I saw on my day pass for Saturday. And it didn't really grab me. It really didn't grab me. And it was a bit of a disappointment. But the further time goes on, and now that I'm watching some horror movies since seeing Censor, it is kind of percolating and popping in my head more. And maybe I do like it more than I thought I initially liked it. But initially, I thought it was a bit of a disappointment. I thought there were a lot of good ideas going on. As far as censorship as like a metaphor for censoring or blocking out trauma, I thought there were some great ideas revolving around that. And it was definitely a love letter to gory films, to horror films of the 1980s. And in a way, it's a love letter to them in that that's the subject matter, but also it begins to sort of ape one of those films. And I think you should either do one or the other, but then that's kind of the beauty of this film, is that it does do both. So I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence about this one, kind of torn. It's better than I initially thought it was, but I still don't think it's like fantastic. It is brimming over with potential. I want to see what else this director is going to do. And I forget where I read this or where I heard this, but a lot of directors' debuts are kind of them doing a movie about making movies, and I think this really kind of fell into that. And either it's a thinly veiled metaphor, or it's literally a movie about movies, or it's like a try to flex, like, you know how parents, when you're a new young parent, you say, oh, I'm gonna raise my kids better than you ever did. It's kind of like, okay, I've seen movies, let me make a movie and let's see how good I can do. And that's ambitious, and I respect that, but it didn't make for anything that groundbreaking. And I think this movie kind of fell into the trappings of that. That being said, I've never made fucking anything. I'm just a guy on YouTube doing reviews, bored. So I definitely respect the director. I am really interested to see what else she does. But this one, it didn't blow me away, but I do keep thinking about it. As you can see, and I've already said a handful of times, I'm very torn on this one. And don't forget to follow me on social media. We have Instagram, TikTok, Letterboxd, Facebook, Twitter. I think that's it. Make sure to follow me on all those and keep it tuned here, because I will be doing more Sundance material soon.